The next morning, Maya and Mercy woke up early, filled with excitement and a hint of nervousness. Today was their first day at their new school. They couldn't believe that only a short time ago they had been worrying about where they would sleep, and now, here they were, with a chance to go to a beautiful, prestigious school. The girls quickly dressed in their uniforms, admiring themselves in the mirror. Their uniforms were lovely. A blown skirt and white shirt with a matching blown jacket, a neat black tie, shiny black shoes, and white socks. Chief Ease had also provided them with matching black school bags, sturdy and beautiful, filled with brand new books, notebooks, pencils, and everything else they needed. "Maya, look at us!" Mercy exclaimed, twirling around in her uniform. "We look so smart. I feel like a real student." Maya giggled, sharing in her friend's joy. "Yes, Mercy. This is like a dream. We look like we belong here." As they finished getting ready, Chief Ease came in, smiling as he looked at them in their uniforms. "My dear girls, you look wonderful," he said, his eyes shining with pride. "I am very happy for both of you. I know you'll make me proud." "Thank you, Chief Ease," Maya and Mercy said in unison, bowing their heads respectfully. Chief Ease led them outside to his car, and they climbed in, feeling excited. As they drove through the city, the girls gazed out the windows, taking in the sights of Lagos as if it were all brand new to them. They felt a surge of hope and joy, knowing they were starting a new chapter of their lives. When they reached the school, their eyes widened in awe. The building was tall and majestic, with clean white walls, large windows, and a wide green lawn where other students were gathered. It looked like a school out of a storybook, and the girls felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Chief Ease parked the car and turned to them. "Are you ready, girls?" They both nodded, though they couldn't help feeling a little anxious. "Go on in," he said, smiling warmly. "I'll be here to pick you up after school. Remember to do your best and enjoy your first day." They thanked him again and stepped out of the car, waving as he drove off. The girls held hands as they walked toward the main entrance, feeling each other's courage. Inside, a friendly teacher named Mrs. Oladipo greeted them. She was a kind woman with warm eyes and a big smile. "Hello, girls. You must be Maya and Mercy," she said, extending her hand. "Yes, ma'am," they replied, shaking her hand politely. "Well, welcome to our school. You'll both be in year 1, and we're thrilled to have you here. I've already heard wonderful things about you from Chief Ease." The girls blushed, feeling both proud and shy. "Come with me," Mrs. Oladipo said, leading them down a hallway filled with classrooms. "I'll show you to your classroom." As they walked, Maya and Mercy couldn't help but admire the school's cleanliness and beauty. The hallways were lined with posters and artwork from other students, and they could hear laughter and chatter coming from the classrooms. When they reached their classroom, Mrs. Oladipo introduced them to their new teacher, Mr. Ahmed, a tall, friendly man with a gentle voice. "Good morning, Mr. Ahmed," Mrs. Oladipo said, smiling. "These are your new students, Maya and Mercy." Mr. Ahmed smiled at the girls and welcomed them warmly. "Hello, Maya and Mercy. We're happy to have you in our class. Please, come and sit down." He led them to 2 seats in the middle of the classroom, and the other students looked at them with curiosity. The girls felt a little shy but excited to be part of this new environment. Throughout the morning, Mr. Ahmed taught them different subjects, and they enjoyed every lesson. They felt a new sense of belonging, and for the first time, they could focus on learning instead of worrying about their daily struggles. At lunchtime, Maya and Mercy found a quiet spot under a tree in the schoolyard. They opened their lunchboxes, which Chief Ease had packed with delicious sandwiches, fruits, and juice. "Can you believe we're really here, Maya?" Mercy said, taking a bite of her sandwich. "We're really in school." Maya smiled, feeling a warmth in her heart. "Yes, Mercy, it feels like a dream. I'm so grateful to Chief Ease. He's given us so much." When the school day finally ended, Chief Ease was waiting for them at the gate. As soon as they saw him, they ran over, smiling and waving. "Chief Ease," they called, their voices filled with excitement. He smiled, opening his arms to greet them. How was your first day, my dear girls? It was amazing, Chief, Mercy said, her eyes shining. We learned so much and everyone was so kind to us. Maya nodded, her face beaming. Thank you, Chief. We promise to study hard and make you proud. Chief Ease chuckled, patting them on the back. I already am proud of you. Now let's go home. I have a surprise for you tonight. The girls exchanged curious looks, wondering what Chief Ease had planned. When they arrived back at the mansion, Chief Ease told them to freshen up and prepare for a special dinner. Eagerly, they ran to their room, quickly changing into clean clothes and washing up. That evening, the dining room was set with a delicious meal: rice, chicken, vegetables, and fresh fruit. The girls couldn't believe the feast before them. As they sat down, Chief Ease joined them, his face glowing with kindness. Tonight, Chief Ease said, I want to get to know you better. Tell me about your family, your dreams, and what you hope to become one day. The girls looked at each other, feeling a little shy, but they were eager to share their stories with Chief Ease, who had become like a father figure to them. Maya was the first to speak. Chief Ease, I grew up with my mom. She was everything to me. She worked hard to take care of us, but she got very sick, and there was nothing I could do to help her. After she passed away, I was all alone. Chief Ease listened quietly, his eyes filled with compassion. I'm so sorry, Maya. Losing a loved one is never easy. Maya nodded, her voice trembling a little. Thank you, Chief. She always taught me to be kind and honest, and I think that's what led me to you. I wanted to make her proud. Chief Ease smiled gently. You're already making her proud, Maya. She raised a wonderful daughter. Then it was Mercy's turn to speak. She looked down, gathering her thoughts before she began. I grew up with my parents and my older brother. We had a happy life and my parents took care of everything. But one day, when I came home from school, everything changed. I found my parents and my brother gone. Her voice broke, and tears filled her eyes. Chief Ease reached over, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. I'm so sorry, Mercy. That must have been a terrible experience. Mercy nodded, wiping her tears. After they were gone, my uncle and his wife moved into our house. I thought they would take care of me, but they treated me badly. I did all the chores, and they made me feel like I didn't belong. I had to run away because I was so scared. Chief Ease's face grew serious. Mercy, you're safe now. I'll make sure your uncle is held responsible for his actions. No one should have to go through what you did. Mercy looked at him, gratitude shining in her eyes. Thank you, Chief. I didn't think anyone would ever care. Chief Ease nodded, his expression gentle. You're both family to me now. I'll always be here for you. The girls looked at him, their hearts full of gratitude. But Chief Ease wasn't finished. He began to share his own story. Many years ago, he began, I was a happy man with a beautiful family. I had a wife and 2 wonderful children, a boy and a girl. They were the light of my life. But one day, tragedy struck. My wife and children were returning from a trip abroad, and their plane crashed. I lost them all in one day. Maya and Mercy gasped, their hearts aching for him. Chief Ease, we're so sorry, Maya said, her voice filled with sorrow. That must have been so hard. Chief Ease nodded, sadness clouding his eyes. Yes, it was. I felt like my whole world had ended. I lived in darkness for a long time, feeling lonely and broken. But now, with you two here, I feel a sense of joy again. The girls felt tears well up in their eyes. They couldn't believe the kindness Chief Ease had shown them despite his own pain. Thank you, Chief, Mercy said softly. We'll do our best to bring happiness to your life. Chief Ease smiled, his heart full of warmth. You already have, my dear girls. Now let's keep supporting each other like a true family. They all shared a moment of silence, feeling the bond between them grow stronger. As they finished their meal, Chief Ease looked at Mercy with a determined expression. Mercy, I want you to know that I'll help you recover your family's property. Your uncle and his wife have no right to take what belongs to you." Mercy's face lit up with hope. "Really, Chief? You would do that for me?" "Yes, Mercy," Chief Ez replied firmly. "I'll make sure justice is done. And you, Maya," he said, turning to her. "If there's anything you want to know about your father, I'll help you find the answers." Maya shook her head sadly. "My mom never talked about him. I don't know who he is, but thank you, Chief. Right now, I just want to focus on making my mom proud." Chief Ez nodded, understanding. "That's a wise choice, Maya. You're both very strong, and I know you'll go far." After dinner, they all felt closer, like a real family bound by love and care. Chief Ez encouraged them to rest and prepare for another day of school. As they went to their room, Maya and Mercy could hardly believe all that had happened. They put on their pajamas, climbed into their soft beds, and shared quiet laughter. "Mercy," Maya whispered, "aren't we the luckiest girls in the world?" Mercy nodded, her face glowing with happiness. "Yes, Maya, and I'm so glad we did the right thing. Chief Ez is truly an angel." As they drifted off to sleep, they held on to their dreams, knowing that with Chief Ez by their side, a brighter future awaited. As the weeks turned into months, Maya and Mercy continued to work hard at school. They loved learning, and their teachers quickly noticed their dedication. Both girls were attentive in class, always raising their hands to answer questions and staying focused during lessons. They did their homework on time, studied for every test, and gave their best in everything they did. Their teachers often praised them, saying how proud they were to have such hard-working students. At home, they were just as diligent. Even though Chief Ez told them they didn't have to do chores, Maya and Mercy loved helping the housekeeper. They would sweep, dust, and arrange things neatly, saying, "It's the least we can do, Chief. You've given us so much. Let us help a little." Chief Ez would smile and shake his head, admiring their kindness and humility. "You two have such good hearts," he would say. One day while the girls were at school, Chief Ez found himself feeling curious about their room. He wanted to see how they lived when they were by themselves. Quietly, he walked down the hallway and opened the door to their bedroom. He stepped inside and immediately felt a warmth and joy in the room. Everything was neatly arranged, the beds were made, the books were stacked carefully, and even the curtains were drawn perfectly. As he looked around, something on their study table caught his eye. There, resting against a stack of books, was a small framed photograph. Chief Ez picked it up, and as his eyes focused on the face in the picture, he froze. It was the face of a woman he had once loved deeply many years ago. The woman in the photograph was Maya's mother. Memories flooded back, and he felt his heart tighten with shock and confusion. This can't be," he whispered, his voice trembling. 13 years ago, before Chief Ez had lost his family, he had been in a relationship with this woman. They had been very much in love, but then, one day, she had disappeared. He remembered how devastated he had felt, searching for her everywhere. He only found out later that she had left because she had discovered he was already married. She hadn't told him she was pregnant, and she had never returned to him. Chief Ez stared at the photograph, lost in thought. Could it be that Maya, his dear sweet Maya, was his daughter? His heart raced with a mixture of hope and disbelief. He sat down on a chair, still holding the photograph. He waited, feeling restless and unsure, until the girls returned from school later that afternoon. As soon as he heard them enter the house, he called out gently, "Maya, Mercy, could you come here for a moment, please?" The girls entered the living room, surprised to see him looking so serious. "Yes, Chief?" Maya asked, looking concerned. Chief Ez held up the photograph. "Maya," he began slowly, "this picture, this is your mother, isn't it?" Maya's eyes softened, and she nodded. "Yes, that's my mom. I always keep her photo close because she was everything to me." Chief Ez took a deep breath, his voice gentle but filled with emotion. "Can you tell me more about her, Maya? Where was she before she passed away?" Maya looked at Mercy for support, then began speaking. My mom was a strong and loving woman. She worked hard to take care of me, but we didn't have much. She never talked about my father. I don't know who he was. She was all I had. Chief Ease listened, his heart beating faster. He realized that he needed to tell her the truth, even if it was hard to believe. Maya, he said softly, his voice filled with both wonder and uncertainty. I think I might be your father. Maya's eyes widened, her mouth opening slightly in shock. Mercy, too, gasped, looking between Maya and Chief Ease. You think you're my father? Maya stammered, hardly able to believe it. Chief Ease nodded, trying to keep his emotions steady. Many years ago, I was very close to your mother. We were in love, but she disappeared suddenly. I didn't know she was pregnant, and I looked everywhere for her. I think that she left because she found out I was married at the time. Maya's heart pounded as she processed his words. I never knew my father. My mom never talked about him. Chief Ease looked at her with a mixture of sadness and hope. Maya, would you be willing to take a DNA test, just to be sure? Maya felt a wave of emotions, hope, confusion, disbelief, but she nodded. Yes, Chief. If you think it's true, then I want to know too. The next morning, they all went to the hospital to do the DNA test. The wait felt long and filled with anxiety, but Chief Easy stayed by Maya's side, comforting her as they waited for the results. Finally, a few days later, the results came back. The doctor entered the room, holding the envelope with the DNA test results. Chief Easy's hands trembled as he opened it, reading the words carefully. He looked up, tears shining in his eyes, and then turned to Maya. It's true, he whispered, his voice breaking. Maya, you are my daughter. Maya felt her heart soar with joy and disbelief. She had spent her whole life wondering about her father, and now, here he was, right in front of her. Papa, she whispered, tears filling her eyes. With tears streaming down his face, Chief Ease wrapped his arms around her, holding her tightly. Maya, my daughter, I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm so sorry for all the years we missed. They held each other, their hearts finally united as father and daughter. Mercy stood by, smiling through her tears, so happy for Maya and for the family they had found. Later that day, Chief Easy took Maya to legally change her last name. From that moment on, she was known as Maya Ease, proudly carrying her father's name. Chief Ease made a promise to himself that he would give her all the love and care he hadn't been able to give before. But there was still one more task that Chief Ease felt he needed to complete. He knew that Mercy's life had been filled with hardship, and he wanted to make things right for her as well. He decided to follow up on the story Mercy had shared about her uncle and aunt, who had taken over her family's property after her parents' passing. Mercy, he said gently, I want to help you recover your parents' property. You deserve to have what's rightfully yours. Mercy looked at him, gratitude shining in her eyes. Thank you, Chief. I don't even know where to begin. I've always felt so helpless. Chief Ease nodded. Don't worry, Mercy. I'll handle everything. I'll make sure you get justice. Together they went to the authorities, providing the details Mercy had shared. They traveled to her old family home, where her uncle and his wife had been living. But when they arrived, they were shocked to see the house empty and in poor condition. A neighbor approached them, noticing their surprise. Are you looking for the people who lived here? He asked. Yes, Chief Ez replied. Do you know where they went? The neighbor sighed, shaking his head. They're gone. Both of them died mysteriously not too long ago. Before they passed, they confessed to some terrible things. They admitted to poisoning Mercy's family, just so they could take over the house. Mercy felt as if the ground had been pulled out from under her. Her legs gave way, and she sank to the ground, tears streaming down her face as she realized the horrifying truth. My own uncle killed my family? She whispered, her voice filled with pain. Chief Ease knelt beside her, holding her shoulders. Mercy, I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how hard this must be for you. Maya joined them, wrapping her arms around Mercy as well. "We're here for you, Mercy. You're not alone." Through her tears, Mercy managed a small, grateful smile. "Thank you, Maya. Thank you, Chief. I don't know what I would do without you." Chief Easy took charge, working with a lawyer to ensure that all of Mercy's family's property would be legally returned to her. The lawyer prepared the necessary documents, and soon, Mercy was the rightful owner of her family's home and assets. Over time, Chief Ease and Maya continued to support Mercy, helping her rebuild her life and heal from the painful memories of her past. They formed a strong bond, treating each other like family and always lifting each other up. After Maya discovered she was Chief Ease's daughter, she couldn't forget the friends she and Mercy had left behind on the streets. She remembered the days they had all worked together, hawking under the hot sun, trying to earn just enough to survive. Those children had become like family to her and Mercy, sharing their struggles and supporting one another in their small ways. One evening, as they sat together at home, Maya turned to Chief Ease with a thoughtful look. "Papa," she said softly, "I can't stop thinking about our friends from the streets. They were like family to us when we had no one. I want to help them, just like you helped Mercy and me." Chief Ease smiled, seeing the kindness and determination in her eyes. "That's a wonderful idea, Maya. I would be proud to support you in helping those children." Mercy, who had been listening, nodded eagerly. "Yes, Chief. Those kids deserve a chance just like we had. If we can give them a better life, it would mean so much." With Chief Easy's support, Maya and Mercy decided to return to the neighborhoods where they used to work and find the children they had known. They drove to the busy market streets and familiar corners, hoping to find the faces they remembered. It didn't take long for some of the children to recognize them, and soon a small crowd gathered, curious and excited to see their old friends. "Maya! Mercy!" called out a boy named Toby, his face lighting up. "Is that really you? You both look so different." Maya and Mercy smiled, hugging their old friends. "Yes, Toby, it's us. We missed you all so much," Maya said warmly. The children asked them countless questions, curious to know where they had been and how they had changed so much. Maya and Mercy shared their story, telling them about Chief Ease, their new home, and how they were able to go to school and create a new life. "But we haven't forgotten any of you," Mercy added, her eyes soft with compassion. "We want to help you too." Maya stepped forward, her voice filled with hope. "We're here to offer you a chance, a way off the streets. If you want to go to school and build a better life, we're here to help you do it." Some of the children looked hesitant, unsure if this was too good to be true, but Toby stepped forward, his face bright with excitement. "I want to go to school, just like you, Maya. I don't want to sell things on the street forever." Encouraged by Toby's words, other children began to speak up, nodding and expressing their hope for a better future. With the support of Chief Ease and Mercy, Maya helped each child enroll in school. Chief Ease covered the costs for school fees, uniforms, books, and supplies. He even set up a small fund to support the children with meals, clothing, and health care. Maya and Mercy often visited them, bringing encouragement and checking on their progress. Over time, the children thrived. They adapted to school life, making new friends, learning, and building dreams for themselves. Maya and Mercy were overjoyed to see their friends growing, transforming, and finding hope in their new lives. Toby, who had once been a street hawker, discovered a love for reading and wanted to become a teacher to help other children one day. A girl named Funmi, who had once struggled with no guidance, began to excel in science, dreaming of becoming a nurse. Through their hard work, love, and support from Chief Ease, Maya, and Mercy, the children had a second chance at life. They no longer had to struggle on the streets, and they could now dream of a brighter future. Maya, Mercy, and Chief Ease felt fulfilled knowing they had given these children an opportunity to rise above their circumstances. They continued to support their education, and as the years went by, the children grew into young adults, following their passions and working toward their goals. Years passed, and the girls grew into young women. They excelled in their studies, completing their secondary education with honors. Both of them received scholarships to further their education, and they worked hard, earning degrees and making Chief Easy proud every step of the way. After completing their master's degrees, Maya and Mercy returned to Lagos to work with Chief Ease and his company. They took on leadership roles, bringing fresh ideas and energy to the business. Chief Ease felt immense pride watching his daughter and Mercy grow into strong, accomplished women. Eventually, Chief Ease decided it was time to retire. He handed over the company to Maya and Mercy, trusting them to continue his legacy. "Maya, Mercy," he said, his voice filled with emotion, "you both are the future of this company. I know you'll lead it with integrity, kindness, and vision. I am so proud of you." They embraced him, promising to make him proud and honor all he had taught them. With the company now in their capable hands, Chief Ease enjoyed a peaceful retirement, knowing that his life's work was in good hands. As the years went by, Mercy returned to her family's home. She renovated the house, transforming it into a beautiful and welcoming space. It became a symbol of her resilience and strength, a place where she could honor her family's memory and find peace. Maya, now a successful businesswoman, made her father proud every day. She carried on his values, leading the company with wisdom and compassion. Through the ups and downs, they had found a family in each other, a bond that went beyond blood and history. Chief Ease, Maya, and Mercy had built a life together, filled with love, hope, and the promise of a bright future. And so, they lived happily, each one grateful for the journey they had taken, and the family they had found along the way. The story of Maya and Mercy teaches us that being honest, truthful, and kind can change our lives in powerful ways. When Maya and Mercy found the briefcase full of money, they had a choice: to keep it or to do the right thing and return it. Even though they were struggling, they chose honesty, knowing it wasn't their money. This choice opened doors for them that they never expected. Chief Ease, seeing their honesty, gave them a home, a family, and a chance to go to school and build a better life. Their story shows that doing the right thing, even when it's hard, brings good things in return. Truthfulness builds trust and brings people closer to us. And kindness, like the kindness Maya and Mercy showed their friends, can make a big difference in the lives of others. So remember, being honest and kind may not always seem easy, but it's worth it. When we stay true to what is right, good things come our way. Our choices can create a path not only for us, but for others who need hope and help. In life, the simple acts of honesty and kindness will always be rewarded in ways we might never imagine. Thank you for watching this story on Afro Tales TV. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, leave us a comment, and share with friends and family. We have more beautiful stories coming your way, so subscribe and stay tuned. See you in the next one.